Good afternoon to welcome everybody and good afternoon to this info session at the University of Miami in reference to the artificial intelligence and machine learning Internet of Things, data science fundamentals, and business analytical certificate programs that we offer here at the university. Just so you know, today the information session will be taking about 60 minutes, about an hour. There's a recording that we're doing, and you guys will be able to get a copy of that as well. We will email that after the presentation. You will be able to submit questions. In fact, at any moment, I will recommend if you think of something, do not hesitate, just put it on the Q&A section, and we will definitely address your questions at the end of the program. And you will be able to get a discount for taking this info session with us today. You will be speaking with me about that. I will talk about that more in details, and you will get my contact information as well at the end of the presentation. So once again, don't forget to stay all the way through so you could get that information and be able to get your discount. Now, please connect with us in social media. As you can see, we have Twitter, we have Facebook, we have Instagram, we have LinkedIn. And the good thing about it is that you will always be able to know the latest programs that we have available. And if you have any questions, anything like that, you could also communicate with us through our social media. Now, this is who we are. We are the Division of Continuing International Education, and I will read this slide. The Division of Continuing International Education at the University of Miami aims to empower people to reach their full potential through lifelong and life-wide learning. With more than 70 credit and non-credit programs, the division creates continuous learning experience that transforms individuals, organizations, and entire communities. To learn more about our programs, please visit our website, which you have it right there. Again, you will get a copy of this presentation as well. Now, what will we discuss today? Well, we're going to talk in detail about the key features and the areas of focus for the programs that we mentioned before, which are the artificial intelligence and machine learning, data science, business analytics, and Internet of Things. We will also examine the connection between the program learning and career readiness to embark on a variety of professional and career paths. Now, I have the great pleasure to be able to introduce you to Dr. Melvin Ayala. Professor Melvin Ayala received his BA and PhD in economic engineering from the University of Applied Science in Sittard-Görlitz in Germany, and his PhD in electrical and computer engineering from Florida International University. He has held teaching positions at the Technological University of Havana, Cuba, and the Universidade de São Paulo, Brazil, where he has taught courses on computer science and artificial intelligence. At this point, Dr. Ayala, thank you very much. The floor is yours.
You're welcome. Thank you for the introduction. I just wanted to talk about the course. This will be an 8-week course, and it will be held online, and we will have 2 encounters per week. And for the data science course, which is the one that I'm going to teach, we're going to have the encounters on Mondays and Wednesdays from 6 to 8 p.m. So far, and each encounter will last for 2 hours. And there will be in total, so like between 32 and 35 delivered hours. And then the students will be taken to the realm of data, where they will learn a lot of things about data. They will learn how the data is presented to us before it's even processed by all the technological things that surround us. We are going to learn how to appreciate and handle the data. We are going to learn the universal methods by which data is pre-processed, and we are also going to learn how to apply general concepts that are considered nowadays when data is handled. So in general, there are no conditions as to what mathematical knowledge the students must possess to enroll in the course. And I could talk about the topics that will be taught in the course. I don't know if this is part of the presentation. Do you want me to talk about the topics?
Well, I believe we have a couple of lectures and labs here in front of the screen. I'm not sure if you would like to go beyond it.
Well, in general, we're going to start with a brief introduction about the data science domains, about the categories and roles. These are general concepts that people need to know when dealing with data. And we're going to talk also about data science analytics and about the methodology. The students will learn how to collect data and how to visualize the data. They will review the fundamentals of statistics and also regression, linear regression, nonlinear regression. We will talk also about feature engineering. We will talk about discriminant analysis, linear, nonlinear discriminant analysis. We will learn how to use Python, which is the language of preference for creating machine learning models. And the students will also learn how to use Jupyter Notebooks and PyCharm, which are integrated development environments. So, and then aside from that, the students will also learn the fundamentals of support vector machines. This is a mathematical classification concept that has been around for decades already and is very popular. So the students will also learn the fundamentals of artificial neural networks, the fundamentals of decision trees also, and then they're going to learn how to evaluate and compare classifiers and predictors. So, and then also the student will have also some labs where the students will use the Python language to process data and to run and evaluate machine learning models. If someone has the question about why is this course important, I would say that today, data is considered the new oil. So data is very, very important. Data is very valuable by companies. Big companies will pay a lot of money to support their financial institutions and with data. So data can also be used in a lot of different purposes, I would say in positive ways and also in negative ways. So data could be used to do good things. For example, we can make weather reports by looking at historic data. We can predict when a financial transaction is fraudulent by applying AI, artificial intelligence, to historical data. We can improve our lives with many different things. We can protect our planet, very important. In medicine, there are a lot of applications in artificial intelligence that handle data, for example, improved treatment of diseases, discovery of new drugs, for example, in science and engineering, for example. We need to know how to deal with data if we want to understand what happens when we talk to Alexa, right? Which falls in the domain of natural language processing. Very important. So we will talk about that also in the course. It's also important to know how to handle data, how, for example, the outcome of elections is predicted, for example, many different things. And also data can be used to do perhaps annoying or invasive things like advertisements and things like that, for example, and also to do bad things like identity theft or fraud or money scams. So we can know your consumer habits by preferences by looking at your data, right? So that's why having your data is so valuable to companies that they will later personalize the advertisements just to target us by having utilized our data beforehand. So we are in an age right now that not only technology, but also artificial intelligence is making a lot of impressive jumps. And this has been happening in just a few years. And artificial intelligence, which also uses data, is going to be so diversified in the future. And this is, I think, a prediction that everybody will agree with me on that, so that new scientific specialization and disciplines are going to be born, like what happened with science and engineering in the last century, for example. So the speed of the development of AI and data science is amazing. And we are right now at the point where if we don't try to understand the basics of how things work, we will miss the best moment. If we don't jump right now in trying to understand data science and artificial intelligence, the amount of knowledge that will be accumulated will make those topics sound like scary things, impossible to understand, incomprehensible concepts that will require a specialization and even a career in the future to understand and know how to exploit it. So, and then aside from that, I would say that the target audience of this course could be anyone with the will and interest to learn about the fundamentals of data science. We will cover a little bit about artificial intelligence, and so anybody will interest to learn about those things, I think should sign up for the course. And that's all I wanted to say today.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Dr. Ayala. At this point in time, let's talk about a little bit more in details about making the commitment to be able to register. As mentioned before by Dr. Ayala, we will have this program starting fairly soon. We're talking about October 17, October 22nd, depending on which program you would like to do for the artificial intelligence. The first one will be October 22nd. It will finish on December 17th. The program will be offered on Saturday, so it's a lot easier to be able to be present and not having to change your schedule during the weekdays. And everything will be held online. These are all online classes. You do not have to worry about coming to the campus or anything like that. It will be done through Zoom. Again, starting on October 22nd. And it will be on Saturdays. But then we have other programs which are not going to be on Saturdays. However, it will be in the evening. They will be starting also on October 17, and it will be held on Zoom. Those classes will be, for example, the second one here, the Machine Learning Elite. This one will be on Mondays and Wednesdays from 6 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. It will be held on Zoom. And then the data science, which Dr. Ayala was talking about as well, will be starting October 17, Mondays and Wednesdays from 6 to 8 o'clock p.m. Also on Zoom. And of course, this one here, this is the one that's a little bit different. I want to talk about this. It starts on October 17. However, it says class are flexible. And basically what that means is what we call flexible to those programs that we also call self-paced. And basically what that really means is that you go to school during your time, whatever's the best time for you to be able to sit down and study. However, you will have deadlines for assignments and quizzes, but when do you sit down to study for that is completely up to you. So again, that's the flexibility that you have for this program. You will have a professor assigned to you that you will be able to reach out to if you have questions, if you have doubts. So you'll definitely get the support that you need on the programs that said flexible as well. This right here at the end, the last program that we have is the Internet of Things. Will be starting October 18th. This will also be held with a live instructor in Zoom, which is Tuesdays and Thursdays from 6 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. So that said, let me move on to the next one, which is basically we're going to talk about the cost. So what are the costs of the programs, JC? So basically for the AI, which is the artificial intelligence, and for the data science, the cost is the same, which is $2,800, $2,800. For the business analytics is $34.95. It's the only one that's a little bit different. For the Internet of Things will be $2,800. So again, business analytics is the only one that is $34.95. However, for the other program, it's just $2,800. Now, how am I going to be able to pay for this, JC? How am I possible? What are the options that I have? Well, you have three different options in order for you to be able to pay for this program. The first one would be for you to pay in full from the get-go. A lot of people do that, but guess what? You really don't have to. You could also set up a payment plan if you like. So you could pay it little by little on a monthly basis. Keep in mind that this program lasts 2 months. So therefore, there will be 2 different payments. But if you don't want to do the payment plan, you do have the option of applying and getting what is called a private loan. And basically what that means is that you will get a private educational loan in order for you to be able to pay for the program as well. So you do have those 3 options in order for you to be able to register for our programs. Now, At this point in time, I would like to open up any questions, so do type those questions on the Q&A. This is my contact information. If there's something else that you would like to know, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. I go by JC, and I do want to tell you a little bit about what we spoke about at the beginning, which is discounts. And this is only for you guys that are here present on this presentation. There will be a $200 discount on the business analytic, and there will be a $300 discount for all the other programs. So again, for the business analytic, this one, there'll be a $200, and for the other 3 programs, it will be a $300 discount. How can you get that discount? Well, you could always reach out to me once you're ready to register and pay. I'll be more than happy. Also, in order for you to sign up, you do have to create an account, add the program to the shopping cart. I could walk you through all of that. Just get in contact with me, and we'll take it. I will hold your hand and walk you through it. So again, my name is JC. I'll be your point of contact, and this is my phone number, 305-284-8841. Once again, it's 305-284-8841. And my contact email will be, it's very simple. It's 3 letters and 4 numbers. The letter J as Jack, the letter X as X-ray, the letter G as Google, number 1, number 8, number 7, number 0 at miami.edu. So that said, I see that we have a question, so let me open that up. And this is the question from Mercedes. Do students need to have a previous experience in data analytics or AI in order to register for their certificate, or to be able to understand the terminology of the program? Dr. Ayala, would you like to answer that?
I don't think so. I'm gonna go through all the materials in detail, and I'm going to explain all the concepts from the very beginning, so there is no need to have any preliminary knowledge.
Okay, so that was a good, excellent question. So yes, there is no need to have any previous knowledge or prerequisites in order for you to take our program. The second question for the anonymous, it is, what kind of position can one apply for with this certificate? So again, what kind of positions can one apply for with this certificate? Dr. Ayala?
Yeah, so they say many companies are hiring data analysts, data engineers, and yes, these are positions that are available to many companies. So in the data engineers and data analysts and data scientists too, these are kind of positions that if you go to Indeed, for example, you're gonna find or LinkedIn, for example, you're gonna have the opportunity to find many companies that have offering in those positions. So data scientists, data engineers, and data analysts are well-established positions that the companies are looking for.
Thank you, Dr. Ayala.
Right? You're welcome.
And yes, anything related to IT, I would say, anything related to is an incredible field. I mean,
yeah.
And I think that's an excellent advice that you just heard from Dr. Ayala in the sense that if you go and just Google in those websites that he mentioned, you'll be surprised how many openings and opportunities they have out there. Any other questions? So just keep in mind that I will be your point of contact when it comes down to getting that the discount. I know that I love to give discounts. Anonymous, let's see. Can I use my iPad, or do I need a special equipment?
You will need a laptop. iPad, I don't know about the memory requirements. I mean, a laptop is, I think, a must for the course. iPad is not. I don't think that a laptop will be the most, I mean, the best platform to run the, you have to install the language compiler, you have to install an interpreter, you have to install integrated development environments, you have to run the labs. So an iPad, I haven't tried, to be honest with you, with an iPad, but I think it's not recommended. So a laptop will be the target in this course.
Thank you, Dr. Ayala. We have another question for Anonymous. What is the difference between elite and the regular data class?
Can you repeat the question, please?
What is the difference between elite and the regular data class?
elite and regular data class. So we will be dealing with different data categories and data classes. So I don't know what the student means by elite. We have different categories.
Right. I think what the gentleman means is, for example, this one here, that the AI and machine learning elite. I'm guessing. I'm not sure. Please, Anonymous, correct us if we're wrong. Yes. So yes, that basically what is the difference between this program here that says AI and machine learning elite, and I guess the data program.
Well, I will be teaching data science. I don't know the extension or the extent of the AI course, and so I don't know the syllabus exactly.
Yeah, what I could do, Anonymous, again, this is my email, the one that you have here in front of you right now. Send me an email asking that question. I will reach out to that department exactly, and I will get you an answer more in details about what is the difference about that. We do have another question that, do you provide career assistance and job placement? And the answer is no, we do not offer job placement or career assistance with our programs now. I do apologize for that, Anonymous. And yes, please do send me that information to my email, please. Thank you. Any other question? In that case, I would like to thank you for participating on our info. Delia Sanchez, what kind of software is needed? Excel? So what kind of software would be needed?
Well, you could use Excel, yes, to process the data a little bit, but mostly in the data science course, we will install Python in the laptop or in the PC. We will install Python, and we will install Jupyter notebooks. This is going to be a must. So if you want to go further, install an integrated development environment, PyCharm is going to be the one that we're going to, but I'm going to talk about PyCharm just a little bit, but we are going to be using Jupyter notebooks and Python. But when you install Jupyter notebooks, Python comes pre-installed. So it's just Jupyter notebooks. It comes with the language already. And that is the language. Python is the language of machine learning and AI. It's the universal language. It's the most favorite one.
Okay, so we have 2 more questions. Will those softwares be an additional cost?
They are for free. Those softwares can be downloaded for free during the lab. So, the first lab, I'm going to show you how to download. So
everything will be included in the cost of the program. So yes. Awesome. The next question is, can I use my FAFSA funds to pay for this program? The answer would be, unfortunately, no. The FAFSA, which is the free application for federal student aid, will not be able to be applicable. They'll be able to be used for this program. However, you do have the 3 options that we mentioned before. You will be able to, of course, pay in full from the onset. You will be able to set up the payment plan, and you will definitely be able to get apply and get a private educational loan in order for you to be able to pay for the program. Again, the FAFSA will not be able to be used for this program. I believe someone is already typing an answer for that one. I believe Dr. Basilio took over that question, which is the one about the scholarships. Would I get tutoring for this class, Dr. Ayala?
We have 4 labs, and we are going to. I'm going to go, over all the topics that we are going to cover during the lab. So I'm going to try to do kind of personalized, covering by going student to student, and then making sure that everybody understands the concepts and that everybody moves along with the class. So yes, during the class, in the context of the class, yes, I'm gonna pay special attention to the students. So I'm gonna make sure that everybody can just fully understand and run all the examples and type of the code, and that all the code runs. So I'm gonna make sure that happens. So after you leave after you finish with the course, after you leave each lab, you're gonna be confident that you're gonna be able to run same same models with different data and get the results that you want to get.
Is there a minimum passing score, or will I receive my certificate for just attending the program?
I don't have a final exam so far. I don't think that I'm gonna ask for an. There will be a project, but I don't have any any final exam just for the course.
But there will be assignments.
Assignments, yes,
right, and
along the course, yeah.
That they have throughout the length of the program. So there will be
Yes.
assignments and perhaps quizzes throughout the program. There's not going to be a cumulative exam at the end to see if you learned it all. It's going to be throughout, but there will definitely be, you will be basically tested throughout. Yes.
Yes.
Will I receive a certificate from the University of Miami? Yes, the certificate will be from the University of Miami. Thank you, very informative. Can we be emailed this recording? The answer will be yes. This recording will be emailed to you. Same thing with a small survey that please make sure to do that as well. I believe that we have answered all of the questions, at least being addressed, the ones that we have here in front of us. We still have some time, so if you do have some questions, please feel free to ask at this point. Will the class be recorded, Dr. Ayala? Do you know that?
Yes, I know that.
It will be? No, I'm asking.
Oh no, my classes. I don't know. I don't know. Don't know.
Well, usually the Zoom classes are it could definitely be recorded. So I believe that nowadays anything in Zoom is being recorded, so you could always go back.
Yes.
However, just keep in mind that attendance is mandatory for any Zoom class. Of course, if you need to be out, just like you're taking classes in an actual building, it happens. Professor Ayala, of course, communicate with him and let him know exactly what's going on. But send me that email. I'm almost sure that yes, it will be recorded. However, again, any class that is with a live session, attendance is mandatory. All right. I live in Europe. I might miss some classes. Would that be okay? How will you feel about that, Dr. Ayala?
I think so. It's good to catch up and then go back. I'm gonna send all the materials by email after each class, so that the students will have the opportunity to see what they just missed. But you have to go through all the slides. You have to go through all the examples that we will run in the labs. Otherwise, the comprehension will be just a little bit difficult. So I encourage all the students to follow up, and then just if you miss, just at least study the slides, and if there are some assignments, you have to do the assignments.
It sounds
for your
to me,
own benefit.
Of course, and it sounds to me like Dr. Ayala will be able to work with you. I mean, especially the time difference, and so it makes a lot of sense. And it seems that Dr. Ayala is very open-minded and more than willing to work with you in order for you to be successful in the program. So yes. How my 15-year-old daughter attend? For our programs, that it has to be 18 and over, as far as I know. So unfortunately, no minors, no. But please send me that question. I would love to find out. Perhaps with this might be a little bit different, but as of right now, it's 18 and over. Good questions. I think that might be it. And again, if you don't have any more questions, I would like to thank Dr. Ayala. Of course, thank you so very much. I would like to thank all of you for doing this. I mean, it says a lot about you. Please reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to get you registered. Dr. Ayala, can you explain what is the Internet of Things?
Well, the Internet of Things is like, they're going to explain, for example, if you have Alexa at home, how does Alexa communicate to the modem, to the router? And you have at home many appliances that sometimes connect to the
Wi-Fi.
router. For example, yeah, you have maybe a doorknob, you know, a domain door that will just lock the house, you know, or unlock the house based on different things. Or perhaps if there is if the nobody's at the house for a long period of time, perhaps there will be intelligent devices that will notice that and that will just adjust the air conditioning, for example. So there are many different home appliances that use the internet and use artificial intelligence to help us in save energy, for example, be more safer. And this is what I think is the discourse about the Internet of Things, how the different devices interconnect, not just my laptop or my cell phone, you know, all the different devices that we use almost every day at home.
Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
Let's see, every time I'm saying goodbye, somebody asks a question. So I go to purposely say goodbye so you could ask a question. Let me see. It's a lot of good questions. And again, thank you very much for participating. And do not hesitate to reach out to me if you have more questions. Even for Dr. Ayala, I will make sure to reach out to him to get any answer that you would like to hear from him. And thank you very much. I mean, there's nothing else to say, but just to let's get you registered. Let's give you that discount. And class will be starting very soon. Registration is already open. We still have some spots available, and we would love to fill up the class with you guys. So thank you very much for taking your time today, and I hope you have a wonderful afternoon.
Thank
you, guys. Bye-bye. Thank you, Dr. Ayala.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.